All right. Welcome to our very first deep dive. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, should be fun.
So we're going to be taking a look at all the stuff you guys sent us about the Camino de Santiago.
Right.
But really going to zero in on,
Riman's book.
Tarek Riman's book, The Camino Within. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Who is at least a little bit fascinated by this whole idea.
Right. 775 kilometers.
Across Spain. On foot.
Yeah. It's a pilgrimage.
It's a huge pilgrimage. Tons of history there.
Huge history. Yeah.
So, and apparently a lot of people find themselves.
A lot of self-discovery. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of self-discovery. So we're going to dive into that.
Exactly.
And I think one of the things that I found really interesting is that,
yeah,
it wasn't like he just woke up one morning
all right.
and said, I'm going to walk across Spain.
Right. It wasn't a whim.
It wasn't a whim. He actually talks about feeling stuff.
Yeah, he talks about feeling like he was in a rut, like just in this daily grind.
Yeah, needed to
get away.
Get away.
Yeah.
He calls it a
trifecta.
Trifecta of challenges.
Yeah, trifecta of challenges.
Physical, psychological,
and spiritual.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we all get the physical part.
Right.
But what about the other two? What's he talking about there?
Well, I think, on the psychological side, you're facing, day after day of solitude.
Oh.
And, you're really testing your resilience and your ability to, deal with discomfort.
Yeah.
Both physically and mentally.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's this spiritual aspect. And, for some people, it might be connecting with religious faith.
Right.
But for others, it might be, connecting with nature, with history, with a deeper sense of purpose,
This is not just about putting one foot in front of the other.
No, it's not a race. It's not a competition.
It's a journey.
Yeah, it's more about
stopping
and reflecting than just going, ooh.
And being present.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is kind of it's almost like this modern idea of slow travel.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Slow travel and mindfulness.
Yeah. Yeah, which is cool. And he says that we are something to discover.
Ooh, I like that one.
Right.
Yeah.
And that we are each of us is a journey. A pilgrimage.
Yeah, like we are a pilgrimage.
Like we are a pilgrimage.
Yeah.
And that's, it's a cool way to kind of look at life, don't you think?
I think that's a really beautiful way to look at life.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes the pressure off of having to, achieve some big, finish line.
Exactly.
Like the journey is the destination.
It is the destination.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes on to say that we are limited only by our beliefs.
Yes. I love that one.
And I love that line.
I do.
Because it's so powerful.
It's very powerful.
But it suggests that if we can identify what those beliefs are, those limiting beliefs that tell us we're not good enough, we're brave enough.
We're strong enough or
strong enough.
Worthy enough,
Worthy enough, yeah.
All of those things.
If we can identify them and challenge those, then we can actually break free.
Absolutely.
And achieve really cool things.
Once you, can really kind of get a handle on what those beliefs are and where they came from, you can start to dismantle them a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's where the real growth can happen, I think.
Yeah. And that leads into this other really interesting line that I wanted to bring up. And that's where you are now doesn't determine who you are. Neither does your past.
Ooh.
And I think that's empowering.
It is.
But how do you actually separate yourself from your past?
Well, I think it's about recognizing that while our past definitely shapes us, it doesn't define us.
Right.
We have the power to learn from our experiences. Okay.
Both good and bad.
Yeah.
And choose how we move forward. It's like you're not a tree rooted in one spot.
Mm.
You can choose a new direction, grow in a different way.
Okay, yeah. I get that, but how do we bring this Camino wisdom back to everyday life?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not all going to be walking across Spain anytime soon.
Right, exactly. But I think that's the beauty of it, Okay. You can find those Camino moments anywhere.
Okay.
It might be trying a new hobby that scares you a little, or finally having that difficult conversation you've been putting off.
Yeah.
It's about just finding those little opportunities to step outside of your comfort zone and challenge those limiting beliefs.
Yeah, those limiting beliefs again.
Yeah.
And he walked the Camino 3 times.
He did, yeah.
So clearly, it's a journey you can make again and again. Absolutely. And I think that speaks to the idea that self-discovery is a lifelong process.
Yeah. It's not a one and done.
No.
Well, listen, I think this has been a fantastic first deep dive. I mean, we went pretty deep.
I did. It's deep dive.
Yeah, we did.
For sure.
But it leaves us with this one question.
Yeah.
What small step can you take today to embark on your own journey of self-discovery? It doesn't have to be a 775-kilometer trek across Spain.
Right.
Just something that pushes you a little further than you thought you could go.
Exactly.
What's your Camino?
That's it for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.